you here to help find the baby Saurians?
And I'm Toba. You must be the helpers that we've been waiting for.
It's nice to meet you too, but we're just passing through. Oh, but Uncle Sanka said he was gonna send some of his friends over to help us. You sure he didn't mean you? Yeah, sorry. Whatever this is about, it sounds like you've got the wrong end of the stick. Wrong end of the stick?
Darn it! We've been tricked, Hoonie. I should have known that Glasses Guy was a con artist.
What are we supposed to do about the baby Saurians now? Time's running out. It's okay, Hoonie. Don't worry. Why don't you tell us what happened with these baby Saurians, huh? There's been a lot of unrest in the tribe lately, and my dad's Saurian got injured. Her name's Nana, and she has 3 little babies. After what happened to Nana, her babies were so scared that they ran off and hid. I'm really worried about them, so I decided to go look for them. If Nana is your dad's Saurian, why isn't he the one looking for them? My dad's one of the elders, so he's busy getting ready for Turnfire Night. It's a really important ceremony, more important than this, anyway. I'm not supposed to be out here either, but I snuck out without telling him. I didn't think it would take very long, but then that guy we ran into made us tell him loads of stories, and it wasted so much time.
Yeah, he was so selfish. He doesn't have a heart.
It's all right. Don't let him get to you. We're here now and we'll help you because we care a lot, don't we, Traveler? They should be. I already managed to find their tracks, and it seems like they're hiding really well.
Awesome. You gotta be careful out on the cliffs, though. They're...
Goody said the baby Saurians are on the cliffs, so let's find a way up.
Well, if it isn't the gruesome twosome who wormed their way into our servant circle of friends. Still awestruck from the last time we met? Would that be why you hastily scrambled up here to pay your respects the moment you saw us? Very well. You heathens leave us no choice.
Wait, aren't you like Kenichi's sidekick? What the heck are you going on about? You're somehow managing to be even more annoying than the last time we met.
Silence! Who are you calling sidekick? We are the Dragon Supreme, sovereign ruler of the Nation of Flame. We shall have you know that last time, were it not for Kenichi's earnest pleading on your behalf, you would have received not a single...
Oh, come on. You talk big, but Kenichi clearly has you under lock and key.
That's great, Sovereign, to you. You dare invite the wrath of the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How. You will burn in Turnfire for 1,000... If you must know, our Abyss incident... See this little lizard? Its mother, a medium-sized lizard, came under the influence of abyssal power.
Yikes.
She was but a lowly bug fighting... Such a
Leaping from a...
My dear anemic flying ant, as
Anemic flying ant?
We sense a faint abyssal energy.
Suspicious Outlanders.
How dare you cast aspersions on your ruler, heathen! You're just lucky. If you're not here to kiss my feet, then get out of my...
The potty mouth on that guy! I'm on his furious! Still, good to know about the Abyss threat, huh? Wasn't expecting that. Let's not get sidetracked. We should take care of Hoonie's request first.
There's still a long road ahead.
Wow, you're back already?
You're welcome. You're not from Natland, right? Because your clothes look different than ours. Hey, you must be tired after all that climbing.
Yeah, please come. I promise you'll get it.
By the sound of it, Glasses guy wasn't from Uh-huh. Well, his clothes sure weren't. Really? Maybe he was the suspicious outlander that Ahau meant. Sure, if you're interested. Oh, let me think. Oh, please, mister. I've told you so many stories already. When are you gonna help me find the...
Just one more story. One more, I swear. I heard that there was a huge transparent
Oh, you mean...
Oh, wow. So it was the origin of an ancient
Uh-huh. There's a story behind Turnfire is...
Why?
As soon as you turn around.
Well, good golly gee.
Right? How nasty is it to...
Yes, shocking behavior. Now, let me guess.
Good guess, Uncle Glasses.
Mm-hmm. You Ponky was friends with... He didn't like how Och Khan was such a cruel tyrant, and that's how our ancestors...
But Och Khan wasn't there. All he saw was
A split second later, the flames he saw burst out from inside...
All it took was a single glance.
The question is, was this the price he paid for stealing the turtle?
Nobody knows the answer. But and then... the flame dropped into the deathly dark night kingdom.
The grown-ups say that it lights up the path that leads to the next life. But for the dead, it's like a final look back at your life, where you have to answer... I don't know.
Either way.
Sure has.
Yeah, and now belongs...
Kinich.
All right, Uncle Glass.
Tell me more about this Kinich guy. One more story. No? Careful, Toba. You look dangerously close to cursing me.
Uncle, you'd better not be trying to trick us.
How would it get me if I'm outside of Natland?
Huh?
Wait. All right, kiddos. I'm a man of my word. 2 of my friends are on their way here, and, yeah, they'll work them like dogs. Okay? That's what they're here for. Don't...
Really? Well...
We met at the foot of this cliff, so... beneath the peaks...
Seriously?
If you don't believe me, turn around and see for yourselves. They're right behind you.
Huh? Where? Oh, wait! Yeah, definitely a fishy character.
Yeah, and not...
All he got out of us was some stories, though. Traveler, maybe we should go tell... Huh? You know Kinich? Not very well, but we have met him.
Aw, man, I'm so jealous. I never even...
Me neither. Oh, the creep who calls himself Kahul Ahau? Yeah, we've had the... Exactly. I don't know why Kinich...
Uh-oh. Hoonie, look how late...
Oh, yikes. You're right. If there's anything you need...
We gotta run. Bye for now. All right.
Hoonie, what were you?
It's okay.
Kind, strength.
Yeah,
Don't talk back to me.
they were good people. Hello again, Hoonie. It's Miss Paimon and Miss Traveler. Dad, it's them. They're the ones who helped.
Oh, so you're the kind, I'm Trinidad. Apparently, you helped my daughter today, so now I trust that you're sensible people who know better than to take advantage of their host's generosity. 1 million mora.
Dad, please. They're not bad people. They've eaten at the...
Kinich, I heard that 2 mysterious travelers from afar showed up at the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. Are they you?
and Paimon's the other.
I do apologize. A lot's been going on in our tribe lately, and I suppose the pressure must be getting to me.
Oh, now we're talking. Seriously?
Oh, you just arrived, I take it, and...
Careful now. That's quite an
Go inside now, Hoonie. Dad's got some...
Okay. Look after Miss Chop. Well, we'll hear you out, but we can't make any promises that would...
Well, this is a matter of utmost importance. For many years, our tribe has celebrated the Turnfire Night. It is a traditional ceremony among the Scions of the Burkina was a hero who bore the ancient name Malipo, and Kangamato was a powerful Yumkasor warrior. Together, they fought against the Abyss. They were victorious, but it came at a great cost. Normally, Yumkasors never live longer than a century. Oh, that's right. The abyssal power inside him is highly... So, besides the ceremony, another important part of Turnfire Night each year, however, Abyss-related incidents have been on... Only 5 months have passed since the last...
Has he woken up again?
He has. We managed to contain the situation by performing a makeshift ceremony. Also, he attacked and wounded my companion, Nana, during the ceremony.
We heard.
Yes. Anyway, right now we're preparing for an exceptional Turnfire Night ceremony, and we need to find a suitable... Of course. Plus, he's a bona fide hero who inherited the Malipo name.
Oh, you mean Kanich?
Yes, he's the one. A hero, worth his weight in gold. And unfortunately for us, he's all too aware of that. No prizes for guessing what he said when I asked him to host a Turnfire Night outside of the annual schedule. An exceptional ceremony? Oh, I'll have to charge an exceptional price. I swear, no other concept exists in that boy's brain. I'm not the one to usually talk about people behind their backs, but I'm convinced the Wayab got hit on the head and took a wrong turn the day it chose to give that ancient name to him. I mean, have you ever heard of a hero whose mantra is, "What's your asking price?" Oh, and don't get me started on that insufferable Ahau he hangs around with. Thinks he's God's gift to mankind. Pompous fool.
Yeah, Paimon has to agree on that last part.
Anyway, the fact is, the ceremony can just as easily be done without him as long as we can find someone else. And besides, you two seem like much better candidates. So, what do you think? Well, you'll gain the respect and friendship of the Scions of the Canopy. Something no amount of Mora can buy. Wonderful! I can't thank you enough. Who'd come with me to the other side of the map?
Achoo! Curses! Who dares?
Oh, great Kahul Ahau!
Shut your filthy mouth, worm of the abyss! Your putrid words.
Speaking as a member of the Abyss Order, that's music to my ears.
Never have we heard such brazen blustering from someone who is inches from.
Okay, well, that I am at it. But I digress. Mr. Kinich, I admit it, you, sir, are a legendary hunter. You see, I'm
K.
Is that it? K? Aren't you intrigued to know what it is about you guys that prompted a visit from the Abyss? It's the extreme sports! The other day, I narrowly avoided getting hit by a very brave soul who just leaped off a cliff. I think you call it bungee jumping? Anyway, I was very impressed. Look, I even did a painting and...
You scum-sucking swine! I swim headfirst off the tallest cliff with a band of hunters on your tail!
You say that, but I get the sense that Mr. Kinich isn't planning to take my life right now. On top of that, I've heard that the most important thing in human relations.
Or you could tell me what it is you're really after.
What?
And then I'll name my price.
The Abyss contamination is back. No surprises there. See those torches over there? Those are the Sacred Flame offshoots that we requested from the...
Are you saying that the sacred flame...
Well, for ceremonial purposes, at least. Sending someone to the Night Kingdom to retrieve the legendary Turnfire isn't exactly an option. More to the point, though, the Sacred Flame is able to burn a...
Gotcha! So basically, we just need to clean up the...
Well, that's one part of it, yes. But the complete ceremony first. The flame bearer must collect a kindling of the sacred flame from the starting point. Then, they must go down into the canyon, all the way into the cave where the Mountain King slumbered. The most skilled flame bearers can accomplish all of this without touching the ground.
Wow! He can do all that flying without ever falling to the ground? Well, of course Paimon can. It'd be much harder for you guys.
Well, don't worry. It's not a requirement of the ceremony. You're allowed to touch the ground. The only thing the flame bearer must always keep moving forward. You can't skip a pillar, then come back to it after lighting the next one. To do so would be to disrespect our...
So, what actually happens if you do...
if you're not careful, you might get burned.
What about today, then?
Oh, no. Don't worry. Today is just a practice. The order doesn't matter. You just need to take the sacred flame, cleanse the... Are you ready? I'll repeat all the key points again. Gather the kindling, cleanse the filth, and light all the braziers. I'll wait for you at...
Alright, let's use this kindling to complete our mission. There's abyssal filth over there. Let's burn it away with the sacred flame.
All right.
Let's hope you'll put up a
this
good
back.
fight. That was quick. Finish this next time.
Bring it.
Hey there! Shame!
All right.
That should be all the braziers. Let's regroup with Trinidad.
I knew I was right about. If there was an ancient name for outstanding flame bearers, I'm sure the Wyab would consider you for the honor.
Yeah, although it would probably...
All right, now there's.
Oh, you mean...
Some of them are still. I'm the one responsible.
Just for Paimon's own peace of mind, are you sure it's not gonna be a...
See that place over there? There was a time, long before the age of Burkina, and after a period of upheaval, our ancestors were forced to move away. if we fail to keep the threat posed by the Mountain King. So, to answer your question, I think everyone will agree.
Fair enough. Desperate.
I'll need you to drop by my place at some point before the ceremony, if that's all right. There are still a few...
Okay, see you later.
You have my gratitude.
We've helped out with a lot of other local festivals before, but this...
Got something you want to say? All right, you asked for it.
Let's finish this back.
Bring it.
Letting great names echo!
Hey there! Attack!
Get high!
That's the way.
Boom!
All right.
I'm keeping a lookout. Don't worry, there's no ambush.
Traveler? Paimon?
Kanich! Fancy meeting you here. We've actually been looking for you.
I'll get straight to the point. I hear you accepted a proposal from Elder Trinidad.
Oh, the, Turnfire Knight, you mean. You were still his first choice. It's just... Oh, jeez. It's not what it looks like, promise.
Chill, it's cool. I only mention it because there's something you should know. And I suspect Elder Trinidad hasn't been completely forthcoming with you. His true intention is to resolve the Mountain King problem once and for all.
Once and for all?
That's right. He wants to use you to send the Mountain King to the Night...
To the Night Kingdom?
to his death.
Whoa! Are you serious right now? You shouldn't go blurting out accusations like that. I could get you in...
Too blunt? There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that during the course of the ceremony, you kill the Mountain King dead.
But that's ridiculous! He told us the Mountain King is a living symbol of your tribe's glory!
And that glory comes at a price.
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory. Ah, yes, and Nana wasn't the first.
She likely won't be...
Still, is killing the Mountain King really the only way?
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so long that it has consumed him entirely. That evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over the centuries. So, to look at it one way, once it's completely purged from it, in past ceremonies we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was to strike a balance. To keep him alive, but also keep him asleep.
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us to purge, but he did say there were some more details to go over before the ceremony.
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure soon enough.
If he really asks us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But would you have time to visit the chief after your meeting with Elder Trin? I'd like to make a deal with you.
What kind of...
One that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty of other questions, but we can talk more later. Good.
Ah, mighty Outlanders, you have returned.
It was...
Glad to hear it. Things are progressing very smoothly on my end. Many of the elders have heard of your heroic deeds, including that there are still those who insist that the ceremony should be performed by the bearer of the Malipo name. But they're just stuck in the past. We need to move with the times.
Plus, Kanish doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. So, now, we covered the fire lighting part of the proceedings yesterday. It's quite simple. You just need to use the sacred flame. We've done it plenty of times before. And one point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal...
Asleep, huh?
Precisely. In previous years, the flame bearer has often been unable to dispel a sufficient amount of abyssal energy. But I understand that you have a lot of experience fighting against the abyss, and you seem to wield the sacred flame quite effortlessly. With your help, I'm optimistic this time we can dispel...
Traveler?
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? You clearly have a lot of That's all you really need to know. The ceremony's in 3 days. I'll come and fetch you when we're... In the meantime, feel free to take a look around our settlement. And if you wouldn't mind helping them out with a few errands...
So now we have extra errands to run? Maybe...
Just a humble suggestion, that's all. It will help. I'll be sticking around for the next few days, so...
Seems like Kanish was right. We should go meet up with him right away.
Huh, you're here.
Kanish! Elder Trinidad said that...
I can tell. It's written on your faces.
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Forgive me for not being there to welcome you on your arrival. That should have been...
Hello, Chief Waina.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kanish to invite you over for a quick chat. I believe Kanish has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. Firstly, I fully endorse your appointment as flame bearers for the upcoming Turnfire Night. However, I would like to request that you take steps. Every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes. From Yupanqui, the Firebringer, to Burkina and the Mountain. This is our history and our heritage. To kill the Mountain King would be to destroy our spirit. Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. Nevertheless, my honored guests, please give this matter your serious... Perhaps there is. But despite all our attempts to contain the situation over the years, we've not found it. Right now, I should like to hear where you stand on this matter.
Solve anything. You just need some time to think this through, that's all.
Thank you both. There are still 3 days left.
So, Kanish, early...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you...
That works too. Paimon needs to get some...
All right.
Paimon finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be the flame bearer this time, because it's a double-edged sword. The whole Mora thing...
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. To solve this exceptional problem, an exceptional price must be paid. I'm working on it.
Really? Well, come on then, let's...
In a moment. Didn't you have a question you were about to ask me?
Oh, yeah. What was it again? Oh, right. We need to talk about How. He's completely unhinged.
I agree that he has a problem. He needs disciplining, so I hired him a teacher.
You got him a teacher? Oh, Paimon would love to see him. Anyway, moving on. When we ran into a How, he said you...
Yes, that's the angle I've been working on. I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the Abyss, too. One time I was pursuing some purple demonic dogs when I accidentally entered a hidden space. I did some research after the fact. Apparently they're known as beastly rifts, and there are many of them.
So,
if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move the Mountain King inside.
Whoa, that's a...
It's not without its risks, of course. There's a lot of unknowns in the equation. For instance, still, we desperately need something like this, even just as a temporary measure. You've seen the conflict the issue is causing in our tribe for yourselves. The chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King alive.
I can understand. It's less about the map.
Yes, but on the flip side, you've got people like Elder Trinidad, who is more concerned about protecting the people he cares about now and into the future. And he has every right to take that view. It's one thing to try and preserve the last remnants of a... No one can seriously tell them that's a fair...
You're right. There's no easy answers here. Let's leave that to one side for a moment and assume we go with your plan. Because at least in our experience, the dogs open the rifts when they want to attack us, not the other way around.
I think I know a way. You have any better...
Not at the moment, but it just feels like using the power of the... After all, the Abyss is what turned the Mountain King into a monster in the first place. People...
If it doesn't end well, then that's the price we pay. Everything in the world comes at a price. Even when you... The Mountain King's erratic outbursts have brought tensions within the tribe to a boiling point.
All right. So what's this deal?
All I need you to do is keep people away from me. I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be... If you help me out...
Ooh, what kind?
Something well worth your while, I'd say. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Integrate yourself with the tribespeople, so everyone comes that way. I won't have an endless stream of people coming to beg me to join the ceremony. Then, when the day of the ceremony comes, we'll move the...
Still sounds pretty crazy. And even if it works, what if neither Chief Lina nor...
At least the two of them would finally be on the same side of the issue. The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian hunter for hire like me. Can I take that to mean that we have a deal?
For sure. And who knows? Maybe we'll come up with an even...
Great. Well, for the next couple of days, please spend some time among the tribe and lend a hand wherever you can. Good luck to us both.
Okay, task for the day. Meet the tribespeople and take some heat off of Kenichi's back.
Pony. How?
Because he hurt a lot of people. And look what happened to Nana.
But it wasn't on purpose. The Mountain King is sick, that's all. He's been hurt by the Abyss.
That's true. But the fact remains that he's now a threat to all of us.
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick? If you don't take back what you just said, I don't know if we can carry on being friends.
Toba, Huni, what's wrong?
Huni's saying nasty things about the Mountain King. It's not right. He's our hero.
Once upon a time, maybe, but not anymore.
Yesterday, maybe, but not anymore.
Toba? Fine. I guess my dad is right. Things change, and you just have to accept it and move forward. As of today, our friendship is over. There's no going back. Oh, come on, cut it out, you two. We have some great news to tell you. The Traveler is gonna be the flame bearer for the next Turnfire Turnfire Night. She's gonna do a beautiful ceremony and cure the Mountain King's illness for good.
What? Really?
So that's what my dad wanted to talk to you about? To be fair, from what we saw the other day, you are pretty good at climbing cliffs. Probably just as good as Canich.
Wait, speaking of Canich, where even is that guy?
Oh yeah, good question. Is he not coming to the ceremony anymore? We can get him to come, but if he catches you two fighting again, he won't be happy.
No, we can't let that happen. I've never even spoken.
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. Oh, yeah, if you weren't friends, there's no way Toba would have come to look for the... all right, that just real...
Huh? Oh. I should...
That's more like it. Guess so. Toba, I'd better go buy some coats. See you, Toba. See you, Travel...
Okay. I'll head home as well then. See you next time.
Okay, take care, you two. Even though they said, let's just hope we can... Come on, let's... Huh? What's going on over there? Hey there! What?
A rehearsal for the Turnfire Night dance.
Ooh, there's a dance involved?
You don't know it? I guess you're not from these parts.
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire Night, of course. The Mountain King could wake... This isn't one of those fun and games festivals.
Well, did you know that the Flame Bearer...
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. I would have loved to meet them in person. What? Oh, it's you? It's funny. I was just thinking that I'll probably miss out on meeting the new Flame Bearer since I'm not taking part this time around.
You're not taking part in the...
You might... Not bad, right? Yeah, I'm considered one of the better-looking guys who dances beneath the pillars of the sacred flame.
Oh, very impressive. So why'd you quit?
Well, I feel like the whole Mountain King situation is getting more and more precarious. It's just not safe here anymore. One of our elders' Saurian companions even lost her life not long ago. The question is, what are we gonna do about this in the long term? But our leaders don't have the way things are going. It's only a matter of time before it gets violent. So I figured...
You look a little
Disappointed? Nah, it's a great opportunity to go see the world. As every male scion of the Canopy knows, wherever you are and wherever you go, I managed to get in touch with the Saurian Relics Association. They gave me a simple test. Find a decent quality relic.
What's the
You've never heard of it? Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you, I've heard that his Saurian buddy comes from that time.
A how? A how's a relic from an ancient...
Oh, yeah, him. So then, do you know how they met? It was deep inside some mysterious ruin, and they signed a contract.
Really?
Who knows? But if it's true, Canich can probably handle it. Strangely enough, I actually happened upon a strange mural a while back.
Oh, does that count as...
You bet it does. I was already... But after all the abyssal activity recently, I heard that area's been overrun by monsters. Or... You look like you...
If all you need to get is a picture, that should be pretty achievable.
Wait, you're...
Come on, it's no big deal.
Pyro Archon above. You two have hearts of gold, you know that? You're the kind of people who could dive into the Turnfire deep in the bowels of the Night Kingdom. Of course it is. All right.
A reward on the road.
Hear the echoes of the valley! Coming at ya! let's pack it up.
There it is. It's inside these ruins. As you can see.
Alrighty then. Stay back and take cover, Tia.
Great minds think alike.
Crumble apart! Strike a pose!
Letting brave names echo!
Fire! Well, with promise. Watch out!
Hear the echoes of the valley!
Hey there! Hiya! Attack! That's the way! Ha! Drop! Whew. That should be the last of them. It's a... Hey, look! That's gotta be it, right? Definitely looks like a... True. Now that you mention it, most ancient murals take up a whole... It does match the story he told us, though. There's a Saurian and a human. So, whatever. That's a wrap. Let's take it back to Tiago.
You've been robbed? Oh, Ponche.
I put...
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
Let me take a look. Yep. Hey, Ponche. Come and say hi to these guys. They're gonna be the new...
Wait, are you...
Huh? You already know it?
My nephew Toba's been telling everyone about you. He says you're crazy strong, super friendly.
Oh, so you're Toba's uncle. Great to... Sounds like we managed to make a bit of a name for...
Toba's not wrong, my friend. These two are honestly some of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met.
Really?
Allow me to explain. Ponche is a well-known scholar within our tribe, author of the widely acclaimed book, Yupanqui's Turnfire.
I spent years of my life researching that book. On the word Malipo alone, I covered at least 5 different
It was an unparalleled...
And now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me during my morning...
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it.
Dear honored guests of our clan, I am but a helpless old student.
See what I mean, Ponche? Now you've run into...
I don't...
A walk would be nice.
This is order.
All right. Let the mountain's veins boil!
Coming at ya!
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Witness my magnificence! I'll take care of it.
Bring it! Hear the echoes of the valley!
Coming at ya!
Hey! You thieving rat! Give me my things back!
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get shoved. Oh, what's this? Eat dirt, suckers!
Hey! He's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down!
Stop, please! By all the warriors, please.
Oh, yeah? Well, you threw it?
The old bum's back. All that time lying in wait was for nothing.
Is that real?
The same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon, it's the truth.
Okay, what do we do now? It sounds like he's telling the truth. Right, let's hope...
Although the Turnfire is a heroic symbol in Huitzatlan, this holds true for all bearers of this ancient name in recorded history. This appears to suggest the existence of some higher power that is always watching the name bearer. Yupanki's Turnfire. Let me see, the author is...
Silence, book muncher! The great Kahul!
Do you truly find no joy at all in Peru?
Joy!
Well, it makes a pretty shocking prediction. Every bearer of the ancient name Malipo eventually meets a grisly end. Maybe that's the price you pay for the name that means price?
What? You're saying Kenichi will die a violent... When? When will that glorious day arrive?
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you? An agent of chaos down to the core. You make us...
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares...
You don't need to lecture me about doomsday. Here's what I know. All civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms, but from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle, thus transcending the confines of time. That dust is what we call a civilization's spirit. And you, now,
so sorry, Mr. Ponche, but we couldn't find your manuscript.
Does that mean
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might have lost.
the whole reason I worked so well, not exactly.
Oh, really?
I think the key to all.
Ponche, you know what?
You're right, but Molly.
Yeah, I remember that story. Maybe you're the special kid.
I'm not talking about.
Like what?
Like the fact that the key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Malipo at the cost of his own life. If you don't believe me, then answer me this. How many other creatures can you think of who lived longer, not shorter, after being contaminated?
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you of the hilly?
So, I came to the conclusion that Malipo must refer to some mysterious ritual, and it began with the first Pyro Archon.
Hey?
I'm sorry. I was originally planning on presenting my...
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory.
Kanich, what are
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick catch-up.
Kanich! I'm onto something. I haven't worked out all the details.
So Mr. Ponche here has done a lot of
I'll be there, Ponche. Let's go. Here will do. Yeah, I'd like your help giving it a trial run tomorrow. If that works.
Sounds like you're not.
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet. We need a more practical solution with concrete steps to follow.
Yet. Are you saying you think he might actually?
I think it's possible, based on something I know about the war 500 years ago. Burkina didn't fall to the abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. In his final moments, Burkina made the fateful decision to not fight back, and instead pass his blood and power on to the Mountain King. Maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him, and more valuable to the tribe. Either way, I can believe the Turnfire was involved. Whether you think his sacrifice triggered it, or his fate was sealed from the moment he took the Malipo name, it makes...
How can you drop these truth bombs with such a straight face?
This is what I've gleaned from my many interactions with the Mountain King. His mind is so disordered. It took some time to... The story Elder Trinidad told you was the more palatable version. The Mountain King's mind isn't just disordered. He is suffering.
What? Then...
Of course not. We should help him move to a new home. It's the only practical solution. The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. An object of worship, even. Ending his life would be like desecrating a statue. Still, he's been the cause of multiple disasters, and we can't afford to have any more.
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain. Can we follow our hearts next time?
Then let's break for the day. You're here. Very punctual.
Oh, so the gruesome twosome come crawling back. Here to make amends after the grosser rever... Very well.
Kanich, didn't you say you found him a teacher? He's just as out of control.
Hey! No one gets to discipline the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula-How! No one!
Maybe because I've never had a gentle-natured companion like Paimon to compare against.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah, I see what I'm missing out on now. And it's a lot.
Canopy! We could drown this measly flying ant in one droplet of spit! How dare you compare her to the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body! I will commit heinous atrocities! Tear down your legacy! Destroy your reputation! Wreak havoc on your...
Traveler, Paimon, let's get down to business. Once we've opened the beastly rift, you're welcome to toss a How in there for a couple of days.
With pleasure. You don't need to ask twice.
I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait, but it'll also stabilize the rift towns will tear through space to get to this. Once they're here, we take them out and claim the rift for ourselves. You'll find out soon enough. They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
I got him cornered! Target acquired.
Uh-oh. Are there even bigger ones on the way?
You see, Canopy? I'm a man of my word. In fact, I'd say I under-promised and...
I take it this is your true form?
Now that our deal is complete, it's time to start the next phase of our relationship. I made a promise to the great Kahula How, and cliché, I know. The hero's trusted partner sails him out to the abyss in a shocking act.
Huh?
Huh? Huh? What are you two doing here? Oh, Mr. Canopy, this is not what we agreed on.
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. I know you're looking for intel on the Abyss Order, so I thought he might be of use to you. But it looks like you've already met.
Yikes. Frosty reception. Gotta say, I kinda pictured this moment going a little differently. Tears of joy welling up in your eyes as you say the words, "It's good to see you again, old friend."
Don't be ridiculous. Sounds like you've been reading too many romance novels.
There we have it. Change is inevitable and nothing lasts forever. What a pity. Well then, time for you to meet the new me. This time, please call me Sanka.
Sanka! Aha! So you're Glasses Guy! You tricked Huni and Toba.
What does it matter? A name is a superficial label. It's what's deep down inside that counts. And I've shown you the deepest parts of me.
That would explain a lot. Why else would you show up here?
I'll pass. I do rather like you, as I've said before. But my one quibble is that you really don't know your own strength.
Wait, of course. You're the one behind all the reasons.
Haven't I told you before? I'm not part of the inner circle who do our Highness's bidding. My interests are far more low stakes. I spend my time digging for truth in ancient doodads and books.
I investigated him. He's not connected to the recent events. So I struck a deal with him. He helps me summon a rift.
But that's all over. And now Canopy wants to hand me over to you. Well, I was hoping this would be an opportune moment to whisk away his body. That would have given me some more time to study the great Kahula How. But now I've run into you, which is just my luck. Or maybe I've incited the wrath of the Turnfire, and this is the price I have to pay. But I don't understand. What did I do wrong? Wait, does that count? Let me think.
How? You are the worst of the worst! Colluding with the Abyss Order against Canopy? How could you betray your partner?
honor! There is no betrayal. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How is a partner to no one.
Don't worry, I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you should have picked a bigger fish. The Abyss Order? Ha! What a joke. Not even a match.
It looks like your disciplinary measures have been less than effective, Mr. Enjo.
What did you expect? Behavioral rehab isn't really our thing. Otherwise, we might as well change our name from the Abyss Order to the Abyss Boarding School.
The abysmal disorder would suit you better. Kanish! Dispose of him! He is of no further—
Traveler?
You see, this is why I like you. Still, you shouldn't underestimate me just because I'm a lowly clerk. I could never beat you in a straight-up fight. But when it comes to running away, I won't lose to anyone. Do me a favor and remember how fast I disappear.
Darn, he got away again.
It's all right. He's not worth our time and energy. Besides, it seems like he's in debt to a lot of people.
If you say so. Still—
To borrow that guy's words, names are superficial labels. Think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree. If you tasted each one, you'd find even the unripe fruit blown off its branch before it's fully grown can still be brewed into a fine wine.
Huh. Well, in that specific sense, maybe Enjo's not such—
Of course! Only the almighty—
Ugh. So what exactly are you anyway? You're definitely the evilest little thing Paimon's ever met.
Don't worry, he can't hurt a fly. You could say that.
Paimon heard that those kinds of contracts might come with a terrible—
Such as a How watching me like a ravenous vulture?
Vulture? Vulture! We are the Dragon Supreme!
Let's pick this up another time. You should go back and get some rest. Big day ahead. Tomorrow's Turnfire night.
Oh yeah. Hearing you lay it out like that is making—
Then it can't hurt to say this one more time. See you tomorrow. What happened to getting some rest? The house piqued your interest, huh? It's true that he's a relic from an earlier Saurian age, but since we're bound to each other by a contract, I know he can be awful, but don't worry. As long as I'm still around, he can— That's a key part of the contract. A How has to— And after I die, a How gets control of my body. Crazy, isn't it? That was probably the first time I really appreciated what it meant to pay a price. Then once I signed the contract, I received the ancient name Mali, but that's a whole other story. We can get in— What happened to getting some rest? You're cautious, like me. I get it. But before he got tangled up with us, he was looking into the Mare Javari. That's another major part of Natlan's history. Our ancestor, Burkina, once fought a campaign there alongside the 5 other heroes. That's about all I know, though. I have yet to take a job that involves—
Ah, at long last, I hear you've done much for our people these last few days. Many young people have heard the rumors, too. They're all...
Well, they won't have to wait for long. It's almost... We really hope we can resolve the Mountain King situation quickly and...
Well, it's nearly time. Of course, there's no...
This world is full of
Are you ready?
Off we go!
Here we are.
Our honored guests have arrived. I have heard much about your fine work over the past few days.
Don't worry about it. Getting this huge venue ready must have been...
Oh, if it means getting the Mountain King issue resolved, no cost is too great to bear.
A resolution will come in due course, but every great...
No one would disagree with you if that were possible, Chief. But it's been... Look around you. Can't you see how our numbers have dwindled since the last term?
The ceremony was arranged on short notice. Many are away from home and could not...
That may be so, but still...
Good evening, Traveler in Paimon.
Canich! Not a moment too...
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you give us a minute? I'd like to give the Traveler a few pointers as the previous
very well, but make it quick.
Let's step to the side. Has anyone gone over the key steps of the ceremony with you yet?
Yeah, Elder Trinidad did, but,
What a surprise! The flying...
If you don't want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame tonight, I suggest you stay quiet. See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, go light each one up in turn. Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, light the braziers along the way, then bring the flame to the final altar. Then the ceremony is complete.
that sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated, but remember, you mustn't turn back at any point. If you miss a pillar, you can't light the next one, then come back to it. You have to keep moving forward, or it's seen as disrespecting our ancestors. I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a look.
So that's our part. What about you?
I'll be with you the whole way, and once you've lit the altar, I'll start summoning the rift. You can leave that side of things to me. Just focus on your...
Okay, we'll try to remember all that and get it right the...
Ready when you are. But I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Just tell the chief when you're ready.
Oh, Miss Trap, you're gonna make sure the Mountain King never threatens us. I believe in you. Oh, Miss Traveler, you look so pretty today. You're gonna make sure the Mountain King never threatens us again. I believe in you. I'll be...
Miss Traveler, you're finally here!
Although I'd hoped, I got thinking last night, and I realized if the lesson of Malipo is to look forwards, then I should accept that my book is gone. Besides, I'll be taking...
Good luck, Miss Traveler!
Bet you're surprised I was all packed up and ready to go, but then I thought, I still owe you for that picture you took. Don't be nervous.
How are you doing? I'm counting on bypassed fuel and my brothers and sisters.
Go get the sacred flame. Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great stuff. You're over halfway. Keep it up. Impressive. Just one more to go. Come on, one last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead. Great! All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave. Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first. There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, king of the Yumkasaurs from 500 years ago. He's very powerful.
Paimon can tell. He's huge. Let's tread carefully.
You've made it at last. You did even better than I expected.
Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony. Please use...
There's no need this time.
Such strong abyssal power. What is that thing? Kinich! What is the meaning of that?
Is that a beastly rift?
Chief Wyna, Elder Trinidad, this is about...
What do you think you're doing?
Solving the Mountain King issue.
You mean by having him torn to pieces?
No, stop! We can't...
Foolish Locust! Can't you see? We're trying to shove your Locust King into the beastly rift!
But...
I'm sorry, Chief Wyna and Elder Trinidad. This is the only way.
Can you promise me that no harm will come?
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly confident.
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on. You must cleanse the Mountain King of every last trace of abyssal contamination. Okay, I see what this is. You've been...
You imbecile!
Oh no!
You forced my hand. I had no...
Elder Trinidad!
No! The Mountain King is waking up!
Everyone, out! Now!
Oh, it seems... Take me, oh Mountain King! Take me as your next sacrifice!
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here. Give me a hand.
The truth is still unknown.
Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. We can use those against him.
Laid bare.
Locked up. Shadow of the past. Mind to command.
The glory to which none there! I want to hit that mood. Measly insects! You must pay!
Yeah, that's it. Corner.
What do we do? We can't open the rift!
Kill me! Put an end to White's shame!
By past fuel and present flame. Life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone.
Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire, please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kangamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
Pretty eventful day yesterday, huh? Paimon wonders how things are doing now. Let's go ask the chief!
Traveler, you've come at just the right time. Trinidad's condition is stabilized. He suffered burn.
Guess that's the best news we could hope. Paimon has to ask, is everyone in your tribe such a...
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead. He's fine. Don't worry. After the incident yesterday, a transparent shell is formed around the Mountain King's body. It is somewhat akin to a scab, in that it stops the abyssal energy within him from bleeding out. We've never seen anything like it. The tribe's most senior elders believe it was caused when he was burned by the sacred flame, similar to the way burned wood becomes charcoal. I think their theory makes sense. After all, we've never thrown the Mountain King directly into the sacred flame before.
Wow. So it's made a barrier?
It's practically a miracle from what we've seen of it so far. It means that the Mountain King's level of abyssal energy is...
Wow, that's amazing!
I know what you're thinking. The young people in the tribe are already speculating that yesterday's ceremony, because you and Kenichi, you summoned the very flame that appeared, and that fire is what saved.
Whoa! So
I may be the chief of this tribe, but I've only ever known the Turnfire as a... If anyone can answer...
Ah, so Kenichi then.
Hey yourself.
We were gonna ask you the same question.
Sorry, I couldn't just stand and watch.
So you thought you'd try and extinguish the sacred flame with Dendro? Or is that an attempt to make the almighty Dragon Lord...
The sacred flame only possesses a fraction of the Pyro Archon's power. It's not as if I was...
Kenichi, when you went into the flames...
Intending to what?
To... do the same thing as Burkina.
Sacrifice myself? Of course not. My focus was on keeping the Mountain King alive, but now I'm curious. What
Well, because everyone's saying the turn... And Ponche's theory was that summoning the Turnfire is a tit-for-tat exchange, right?
So you've heard that rumor. I'm afraid I can't say for sure.
Well, even if you don't know,
What I would say is, if that really was the power of the Turnfire, I'd sooner believe that the Mountain King summoned...
The Mountain King?
The core meaning of price is not atonement or compensation, but what you're willing to give up in order to obtain what you... It's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end, the Mountain King chose the latter option.
Alright, so...
Health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. He'll enter a fighting stance whenever we set foot in his territory, but his attacks are gentler now and not as crazed as before. Like he said yesterday, he just Yeah, I tried.
We dare say that its body remains fighting fit thanks to the perverse power of the abyss. But time has been less kind. But we thought that was merely one last burst of brain activity before it croaked. As you human.
Oh, come on! Stop being such a doomer. That's why he doesn't have time to chat with us.
Well, at least it means my fellow tribespeople can move forward now, too.
Yeah, that's right. You caught Enjo for us.
But he ended up being completely useless.
That's on him. It's not your fault he's useless.
Friends? But your friendship isn't even more valuable, so promise me. For you?
So, in the end, only poor little Huni got the...
Yeah, everyone's happy except me. First Nana, then my dad.
Huni?
Toba, you're my friend, so I...
Now hold your horses. Okay, before you roll your eyes out of your skull, I promise you can trust me. I almost got my eyebrows burned off by the turnfire after last time. All right, I'll just get to the point.
What?
Your extreme sports.
Huh?
On my first day here, I got hit by someone falling out of the sky. I believe you call it bungee jumping? It's a dangerous sport, to be sure, but the courage it took to make the jump impressed the heck out of me.
Oh, such an...
Of course. Anyway, the good times didn't last, because I got captured by a powerful foe. So in the hands of the enemy, I was scorned, scolded, and nearly given away as a gift. Oh, it was so humiliating. Why does Uncle Sanka always have to suffer, I thought. But in the end, I made it through, and I left all of
The moral of the story is to look forward in life, right?
Very smart, What I'm trying to tell you is that after I reunited with my friend, I found her injuries were all healed, but she really missed her family. So, she's right behind you. Turn around.
Another trick about not turning back? Huh?